Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Lampsey back again with another video, and today I'm bringing you guys my predictions of the team of the group stage cards, which should be coming out hopefully, well, I'd be saying Friday, Saturday. If it doesn't, well, that's a bit of a disappointment. Last time they brought them out on the 8th or the 9th of December, so we're getting pretty damn close. But I've paid a lot of attention already this year in the Champions League, obviously because Chelsea have been in it, so obviously it's more entertaining when your team plays in it, but I haven't been very biased at all, to be honest. But these are the players that I reckon will get the team of the group stage cards. There have been a lot of standout players. I've also chucked a few players in there that you guys will be like, what? But I'll sort of explain a little bit why. But I'll go into detail about the starting 11 team, who I think definitely deserve a team of the group stage card, and then obviously I've got the bench and the reserves just as per usual. But nonetheless guys, let's get started. So in goals, I've got Hugo Lloris. Now Tottenham drew out the hardest group possible. I believe they had Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid, and they have done extremely well. Now Lloris has been instrumental, especially with Toby Alderweireld being out, so he's been very reliant with that Spurs team, and he's made 22 saves. 5 of them have been definite goals that should have been in the back of the net, so he's made all those saves. He's only conceded 4 goals, which has been crazy, but obviously he's only kept 2 clean sheets. But to be fair guys, the amount of times he's saved Tottenham's arse has been absolutely unreal. Now he's definitely one of the reasons why that they've gone through. Him and Son, I reckon, Son and Kane have been really good for the Spurs side, and I think it's actually mind-boggled everyone that Spurs have done so well in the Champions League, considering they've been definitely dropping off a lot in the Premier League. So they're sitting quite further down now, which is, I don't even understand why. They've got such a good team, but with injuries and everything, they've been struggling. But I think Hugo Lloris should be the starting goalkeeper. Moving over to the 3 defenders that I've picked out. Now, to be honest guys, I've only paid attention to basically only one of these players, but I've been told otherwise by a lot of people around me that Kimmich has been an absolute killer. Now I have not really seen much of this fella, but I've seen his stats. He's pulling them up hard. He's already got 2 informs already, so it just proves you enough. He's an absolute gem. He's definitely going to be the new Philip Lahm. I know that for sure. He can play either at DM and he can play at right back. He's got the pace to play basically there. He can probably play as a centre mid as well instead of a DM as well. But either or guys, he's been instrumental. They've obviously topped off PSG yesterday, which was crazy, and it's taken a long time for PSG to crack, but obviously they cracked over on the weekend as well with a loss to I don't even know who they are, so it just shows you that the quality of team that they've obviously produced. But good on them. But either or, PSG have finally lost. But either or guys, Kimmich is the man. I reckon he's been absolutely outstanding. He plays a lot of good passes, and he's one of those players that likes to lob the ball over as well. So definitely great service to Lewa. Now one player who I definitely know is going to get a team of the group stage is John Stones. And John Stones, I reckon, has been Man City's best defender so far. He's definitely making his transfer fee worth it now. Obviously the first season under Pep was pretty damn average, but Pep's got everything together now, and John Stones is seeming like more and more like a bargain now. He's still so young. He's got so much, talent, this kid. And I believe that John Stones is going to be one of the world's best defenders soon. He's definitely proving it. Man City have been killer in the Champions League already this season, and have actually screwed up this morning as well. So that was pretty crazy, losing 2-1 to Shakhtar. Their only goal coming through as a penalty in the 92nd minute to Kun. So either or guys, they got rolled basically this morning. So Man City finally losing the game. Hopefully that'll tally over the weekend. Hopefully that'll play the mindset, and hopefully United can beat them. It'll tighten everything up at the top of the table. So with a bit of luck, Man City might lose on the weekend. But either or guys, John Stones, absolute killer, and definitely recommend he's going to be able to get a team of the group stage. If not, he's definitely getting robbed. Now, as I mentioned before, PSG have been absolutely crazy. I've chucked Marquinhos in there. I think he's been better as a centre-back this season. He's getting better and better every season, so sorry, I can't speak, but ever since David Luiz has left, I think Marquinhos has definitely slotted in that spot really well. Obviously it was rotation when David Luiz was playing, but Marquinhos has been really killer. They've barely conceded any goals already this season, and their shock loss to Bayern Munich was pretty crazy. But to be fair, they knew that they were going to win, but to be fair, they lost over the weekend, like I said before. So I don't know if that's playing a bit in their mind, or if the floodgates are starting to open. But that's obviously what happens. But Marquinhos, Kimmich, and Stones, all the defenders that I've picked there for the starting. Now moving on to my three sort of midfielders. Obviously one's more of a winger, but that's what happens. But first one is KDB, Kevin De Bruyne. Now he's an absolute gem. Now this man is in some hot form. He is obviously playing at PFA Player of the Year right now. He's probably also playing to play in the Team of the Year, obviously next year, since this one hasn't really been active yet. But he has been beautiful to watch this season. Of Man City, they are beautiful to watch. I'm not going to lie. Kevin is he's just so creative. He's just, I'm just sort of lost for words. Like, how Chelsea gave away that talent is beyond me. It's a fucking joke. And they are creaming it up, Man City. And if it's thanks to Kevin De Bruyne. He's been so good. He's obviously only scored 1 goal in the Champions League. He's got 3 assists, so that's always good. He's got 81 passing accuracy as well in the midfield. So especially 81%, that's pretty high for a player who's always got the ball in his feet. He definitely loves to play that lob ball over to Jesus and Aguero. And overall, he's an absolute gem to have. He's definitely going to get one, and it's going to go for a shit ton. Like, his normal card goes for so much, and oh man, if it's going to be 90 rated, God help us all. Like, I'm going to hate to come up against that. But another player I've chucked in the midfield is a centre defensive midfielder. Now, a lot of people are going to be thinking, what the fuck are you on? I've put Sergio Busquets in there. Now, he's basically the only Barcelona player who I've actually put in there. Busquets, I really like the way he goes about his game. Like, everyone, goes off his FIFA stats, 43 pace. Well, when it comes to real life, it doesn't matter. Like it does. Like, obviously that's a bit of a lie, but when he's playing DM and he's got, the defenders playing behind him, he is basically a 5th defender. Now, Busquets has been killer. He's made 502 passes out of 527, which is 95% of his passes have been on point. It's, oh gosh, guys, like, that is unreal. Like, I was really tossing up and turning between him and Banega, but like, Real Madrid and Barcelona, obviously 2 powerhouses in Spain, but guys, Busquets has had a killer. You guys probably just don't watch him as much. Like, obviously DMs don't get a lot of recognition. The only, the 2 real DMs that get recognition is Raj Nainggolan and N'Golo Kante, because they're doing bars every single game. They're engines, and overall, like, Busquets, I think, deserves a little bit more recognition. He's obviously, hasn't got an all of great reputation, but he's definitely world class, and I believe that he's been one of the main parts of why Barcelona is going through. Now, moving on to another player is Mo Salah. Now, if you guys are Premier League mad, and far out, this man is another gem who Chelsea have just decided to throw away. Mohamed Salah has been absolutely killer. He scored 5 goals in the Champions League so far. I believe he's got 1 or 2 assists as well. His performance has just mirrored the way that he's been playing in the Premier League as well. He's so fast, he's electric, he knows how to shoot the ball. He's got a pretty average right foot, but to be fair, he just makes the defense sweat, no doubt about it. And when you're coming, if I was a defender and I was coming up against Salah, I'd be absolutely worried. So this is going to be like, what, his third different card in FIFA 18, and he's going to get another one because he's going to get Player of the Month in the Premier League as well. So God help us all. He's just going to get better and better, and he's already been linked to Real Madrid, and we're not even halfway through the bloody season yet. So good luck to him. And yeah, after a 7-0 win this morning as well, only kicked 1, but Coutinho's got 3, and Firmino got 2, I think, as well. So Liverpool are coming out, but they're in and out. Like, I don't know what the go is with Liverpool. They're so up and down, but Salah is definitely on a high, and I really hope he stays at this level because he is an absolute gem. Now, moving on to our 4 forwards. Everyone knows what 4 these are going to be. look, Cristiano Ronaldo, Harry Kane, Eden Hazard, and Neymar. I know I didn't have Messi in there. I just don't think Messi has been that influential in the Champions League. I know he scored quite a few goals, but I think these four have been absolutely outstanding for their clubs. Cristiano Ronaldo just set a World Champions League record this morning. He's the first player to ever score a goal in every single group stage game. Hats off to him. He's just breaking records left, right, and centre. He is the man. He is the king. The best we've ever seen. I'm Ronaldo over Messi. I think Ronaldo is just outstanding to watch. He's beautiful on the eye. And if you hate Ronaldo, well, fuck off. Like, seriously, he is a gem. We're so, like, what we're living in right now, we are so lucky. We've got so many good players. We've got great players coming in to every squad, really, to, you know, the higher grade teams, and we're just living in a legends era. And there's going to be so many players who are just going to go on and do bigger and greater things. And like one of them who's going to be going on to bigger and greater things is Harry Kane. He's been outstanding. Another reason why Spurs have gone through. He's kicked 6 goals. He's a machine. He's so young. Another player who's been been produced just out of the blue. I was one of those people that didn't think that he was going to be, you know, consistent every season, but he's definitely showing it. And he's another one of those players that's been linked to Real Madrid. So good luck to Harry Kane as well. But if Spurs lose Harry Kane, that's fucked. Like, oh, good luck to him. Though it'll be Bale 2.0. It'll take him a few years to reproduce and to get their shit back together. But oh man, Harry Kane, what a freak, what a freak. But another freak obviously is Eden Hazard, coming back from injury. The last month has been absolutely outstanding. He's only scored 3 goals and 3 assists. 1 goal didn't register, 1 went down as an own goal, and that was that goal against Atletico Madrid. He's fucking priceless, ladies and gents. I'm dead set. That man, I don't want him to go anywhere. He's like, oh gosh, guys, like Eden Hazard. If you guys are a Chelsea supporter, you know how I'm feeling. We don't want him to go anywhere. He's ours. Everyone, fuck off. Like oh my gosh, guys, like he could easily play at any team. He'd make an impact at any team. He'd be able to play at Real Madrid with no sweat and be able to kill the La Liga. But Chelsea definitely need him. Without Eden Hazard, Chelsea would be fucked. I'm not gonna lie. We could not rely on Willian and Pedro in the same way as we rely on Hazard. He just comes up with something special when we need it, and he just did that yesterday against Atletico Madrid. As soon as you see him out on the wides, you know you're in trouble, and he's going to make an impact no matter what. And I know we missed him for the first couple of games through this season, and we did miss him a lot, but with him being back, Chelsea have looked more and more of a side that look really, really deadly. So, but moving on to the last forward that I've picked in the starting 11, it is Neymar. It is the money bags himself, Neymar. He's been good, guys. You know he's been good, and there hasn't been a better player for PSG, you know, except Cavani, obviously. But Neymar, he's got 6 goals and 4 assists with 75% passing accuracy. It's been absolutely unreal. It's definitely what you want to have up front. He's been an absolute gem. Definitely worth the money for sure, because the prices of players are just going to go up and up and up. And say 5 years down the track, that's going to look like a bargain. How scary does that sound? But overall, that is the starting team that I have picked. Let me know what you guys think. Obviously, I've picked a few little different ones in there. I know a lot of players have. A lot of people have predicted a few same players, but let's move on to the reserves and the substitutes. Now, I won't go into great detail with these ones. I'll just go quickly skim over these ones because this one's obviously going for a little bit of a while. But for the goalkeeper and defenders, we've got Edison, Kazawa, Moreno, and Blind. Blind was 50-50. I couldn't pick between him and Kolarov. I've been told elsewise that Blind has had a crazy Champions League. I know that, I believe Man United finished on top of the group stages, but good on them. Kolarov, I just know, played really, really well against Chelsea both times. He he fucking destroyed us. Like, he was scary. He's definitely gone on to greater things at Roma this season, so with a bit of luck he might actually get one as well. But I've actually picked Blin because Manchester United, how could I not have a Manchester United defender in there? They've done really well, they've held back really well, and he's been consistently playing really, really well as well. Now, obviously Kazawa has been awesome. A lot of people have predicted him to be on the starter, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's on there. But if he is on the starter, please give him that dynamic photo that I've chucked on there. It's absolutely sick. Another player who's been really outstanding is Moreno. In the Premier League, he's been absolutely shite, but overall he's had an outstanding campaign already. Liverpool have been killer. Obviously they've had a bit of a shit group stages, so it'll be very interesting to see how far they go. And the other goalkeeper I've chucked in there is Edison, because Manchester City are Manchester City, and I reckon they're the best team in the comp. And without having Edison, they would be in trouble, because if they had Bravo, I don't think they'd be progressing as well as they're doing. So, moving on to the last, that last stage here. So we've got a couple of midfielders. So we've got Cesc Fabregas, Perotti, and Raheem Sterling. Cesc Fabregas was a 50-50 as well for me. I was either going to pick up him or Talisca. A lot of people probably would have picked Talisca, but me watching Chelsea play, I know this is where the little bit of me being biased comes out. Cesc Fabregas has been so instrumental. I love that word, instrumental. He's been magic. He is a magician. He knows when to put a pass. He comes up when we need him to. He hasn't only just played in the centre mid role. He's also played as a left winger as well a couple of times in the Champions League. So he is quite versatile now. Conte's turned him into more of a player, and he's more and more complete as the games get on. And though his passes are beautiful, and he finds Morata and Hazard so easy. It's like he could be blindfolded, and you just feel their presence. He's just one of those players. I feel like he's a little bit underrated, but Cesc is a beast. Now, obviously, Perotti I've chosen. Now, obviously, I've picked him hardly due to the fact that the 2 games that he played against Chelsea, oh my God, he ruined us. I was scared every time that man went on the ball. He would bury it. He's an absolute killer. He scored the goal against Karabakh to secure them the place in the Champions League knockouts. Surely Perotti's going to get the team of the group stage card. He's been outstanding for Roma. He's stood out more than 9 goals, which has been crazy. But overall, he's been awesome to watch. Very scary as a Chelsea supporter watching him play against us. But overall, I think Perotti is definitely one of those players that'll definitely get one on the bench or on the reserves. Another player we got is Raheem Sterling. There's nothing bad you can say about Raheem Sterling. He's been an absolute gem under Pep, and he can't do anything wrong either in the Champions League or the Premier League this season. So the rate he's going to be outstanding. He's going to be an absolute talent. He already is a talent. What am I talking about? But overall, guys, he's an absolute tank, and his form is just continuing on every week. Now, to the last bit here. Now, I do apologise, they are all strikers, but I feel like a lot of the bench players are strikers. We've got Roberto Firmino, we've got Cavani, we've got Ben Yedder, we've got Lukaku, and we've got Tosan. Like, what can I say? Cavani, killer. He's been outstanding already. He's been linking really well with Mbappe and Neymar. Ben Yedder is kicking all the goals for Sevilla. I think he's kicked 6 or 7 goals for Sevilla already, and that form's just going to continue. Lukaku's a killer. Everyone knows that. His presence just is a beast. It's awkward when I thought he was coming back to Chelsea, but that's alright. We've also got Roberto Firmino in there as well, who's been outstanding. He's played a pivotal part to the way that Liverpool have been playing, and he's obviously kicked a lot of goals this morning as well. And the last player I've chucked in there is Tosan, with Besiktas going through first time ever, and he's been outstanding as well. So overall, guys, that is the team that I've picked out for the team in the group stages. There might be a few changes in there. I can't really think of too many other players that wouldn't make it. The only other player would probably be Messi. But otherwise, guys, that is the team that I've picked. It's a little bit different to a lot of other people that have predicted, but those are my players. I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. I really like enjoying talking to you guys about the real football instead of just FIFA all the time. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Please do subscribe, and I shall see you guys on the next video. Peace out.